AP just did a poll. 86% of Americans are stressed, their language, stressed about the cost of living. They're just absolutely stressed about it, stressed about housing, stressed about food, stressed about their jobs. So what the president is saying is the antithesis of what we're hearing on the streets. And to me, the Republicans are really taking a bad page from the Democrats. I remember Bidenomics is working, Bidenomics is working. Well, it wasn't working. Every day people were telling Democrats that it wasn't working. And I see the Republicans falling into that same trap.
Karl Rove saying exactly the same thing. Karl Rove on TV.
God bless the day that Karl Rove and I would agree on something. Yeah, but no, in the streets, he needs to talk to some people in the streets who really have to make a decision about whether or not they can afford their prescription drugs or whether or not they can pay their rent, their mortgage, or their food cost.
Scott?
Prices did go up massively during the Biden administration. They went up to a huge number. Now inflation, core inflation, has come down. It was a little below market expectations, in fact. As you noted, some prices are up for some things, some prices are down for others. Gas prices are, in fact, down. The president is just now implementing his economic strategy. He's got his trade strategy. The Congress just implemented the big, beautiful bill, setting tax rates, making them permanent, extending other tax cuts to working class Americans. They're going to have a year and a half to implement this strategy and see if it works. And what happens in next year's elections will largely turn on whether the American people believe we are on the correct trajectory. Not that they're necessarily expecting everything to be solved at that moment, but if they think we're on the right path, that his policies are a better trajectory than the Biden policies, I think Republicans have a chance to outkick their government.
The midterms are...
I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. If people had lower food prices and they had food in their bellies, I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. But it doesn't look like I'm going to get to be okay with it unless something changes.
I want the big, beautiful bill to be beautiful. The question becomes, for whom is it beautiful for? And if we're denying, I know what you said with government control, but are we denying those respondents to the AP poll? Is their pain points not, do they not count?
It'll be beautiful for people who pay taxes because their taxes are not going up. It'll be beautiful for people who use energy because it's going to unleash American energy. It'll be beautiful for people who care about a secure southern border because it massively invests in our infrastructure and ICE agents at the southern border. It'll be beautiful
Scott,
for people who work in the real
If my job
economy.
doesn't have a living wage,
if you don't have
is it beautiful for me?
Beautiful
If your
people
kids
like
are
my
not
grandmother
beautiful.
that depend on their Medicare.
Right.
Like
Is it beautiful for the
Medicaid, I mean,
Medicaid.
like, would it be? Is it
If you're a
beautiful
lawful
for
or
all
in
the
Medicaid, you're not
You're not
going
gonna, it's not going to change.
That's bullshit.
But all the stuff that's going up.
Will you come back here? Will you come back here in a year and tell me whether she's lost her Medicaid or not? Because she's not going to.
Oh, that's right.
You know, in response to the lady that looks like Horace Grant, she's right about one thing. If I were answering one of those polls, I'd say I'm stressed about my finances. But you notice the difference? She said she's worried about the economy. I said I'm worried about my finances. Do you see the distinction? Sitting there moaning about the economy ignores reality. Trump inherited a dumpster fire from Joe Biden and a Democrat Party that's fought him at every turn. His strategy hasn't even been allowed to take effect yet because they've thrown up every single obstacle imaginable. All I can control are my own finances. I'm blessed to have a platform to say this, but I'm stressed about my bills. That's on me, not Donald Trump. I'm not looking for a politician to save me. I'm looking to make the most of what I have. Do I think the administration is making the best of the mess they were handed? Absolutely. But more importantly, I know that God's got a plan for me, and that's where I find my peace.